Let's be real, you guys. If you hate a workout, you're not going to stick with it, and it's going to feel self-defeating for you. Your body craves movement, but it should feel natural to you, otherwise it's going to feel off. Unfortunately, I beat myself up for years not realizing this, and once I found a routine that actually works with the lifestyle that I wanted to create, I lost over 40 pounds in months. I realized that the most effective workout that will give you the fastest results is not about the intensity of it or how many calories it's burning you. It's actually the one that you constantly and consistently love to do the most, over and over again. Even better if the goal of the activity that you're doing isn't actually about getting fit or losing weight. Rather, this is about you getting healthy, having a lifelong investment in your body, and also having fun. And the fit body and the weight loss is just a consequence of that. And it makes sense, really. Doing a fun workout 100 times is going to be more effective than doing a really hard workout 3 times. And then you're going to hate yourself because you're forcing it and you want to give up. Consistency is always going to be way better than intensity, so we're not going to punish ourselves by suffering over nothing. You're so much more likely to be consistent and make it a part of your life if you're actually enjoying yourself, whether it's working towards a fitness goal the way you want to, or just finding happiness in moving your body. The biggest cheat code to getting fit fast is using fitness as a reward, meaning finding any kind of movement that feels good to you and not like punishment. Even if it's a super challenging bootcamp workout, right? If you enjoy the pain and love how hard it is and how tough you feel as a result of that workout, then that's for you. But it's not for everyone. It certainly wasn't for me. But today I wanted to show you a bunch of ideas for easy and fun workouts that don't feel like a drag, plus some ways to feel motivated, and then we're going to build a routine together. A workout routine that actually works for you and not against you, that can create a positive feedback loop in your life. When movement is fun to you, you're going to learn how to build discipline without burnout. You're naturally going to want to do more of it. You're also going to be developing a growth mindset by staying consistent, because trying new activities and movements teaches you adaptability and resilience. You're going to learn how to listen to your body better as a result of that as well. Instead of forcing yourself to work out, you tune into what feels good to you and most intuitive for your needs. And when you feel good physically, this is going to translate to other parts of your life, whether it's your work, career, relationships, the things that you want to work on, your goals. Everything else is going to make sense to you. So if you're new to my channel, my name is May. I'm all about improving yourself. So let's get into it. Let's find out more ways to improve our lives by learning to do more of what we love. As some of you may know, I recently moved to a new city in a warmer climate, and it's giving me more opportunities to become more active as well. And on top of that, I moved into a new apartment that has more amenities that I'm used to, like a swimming pool and a gym, which I did not have access to before, and that's really nice. I recently fell out of my gym routine because of an injury, but now that I'm better, I'm determined to get back into it, especially because I have access to all of this new stuff. I really wanted to max out my time at the gym in my building, so I hopped on a call with my personal trainer from Trainwell to go over my goals for my workout routine. Jill is my trainer. She's so sweet and non-judgmental as always, and she's even helpful with building healthy eating habits. Jill has also been my accountability partner. She's been sending me all these motivating texts on the app, and she was also more than happy to help me get back on track. So Trainwell is a one-on-one remote personal training service and the perfect companion for your gym or at-home workouts, where you pay a subscription rate to gain access to your very own personal trainer, whether that's Jill or someone else who's fantastic just like her. You get assigned a personal trainer from taking a quiz, who will then design a custom-built workout for you based on your goals, your needs, what kind of equipment you have access to, and how frequently you want to do your workouts. I wanted to do my booty building workouts again because, hello, Miami. But I also couldn't do pull-ups anymore because of my injury, so Jill worked around my limitations to create a fun workout for me. And you can tell your trainer what you like and don't like, and they will do whatever you want. Compared to in-person personal training sessions where they charge per session, Trainwell is actually a much more efficient and affordable subscription option, because literally you can do as many workouts as you want. Jill has designed all kinds of workouts for my needs ever since I started using Trainwell about 8 months ago, whether it's booty building and ab building workouts with gym equipment, or fun and quick bodybuilding exercises that I can do in my hotel room when I travel. This app is honestly so much better than all the other fitness apps I've tried in the past, because it times all of your workouts perfectly. It teaches you exactly how to do every move by showing you the moves visually, plus what parts of the body that you're actually supposed to be targeting, and they provide extra tips for every set. And if you want to discuss your workouts further, you can always talk to your trainer on the app. I ended up just chatting with her about her vacation and all kinds of other stuff on top of all of the working out. So take the the quiz to find your perfect trainer for you and get 14 days free with my link in video description, or scan the QR code. So that means if you plan to work out 3 times a week, that's equal to 6 free personal training sessions. So go for it. Thank you to TrainWalk for sponsoring this video. So I actually love dancing as a form of workout. It is such a sneaky workout because it's so fun and it isn't just cardio. It's incredible for your brain health as well because of all of the cognitive training. You can literally get smarter because of dancing, and we love that. Learning new dance moves can actually strengthen your neural connections and also boost neuroplasticity, which is really great for preventing things later on in life like Alzheimer's and dementia and all of that. You will literally end up feeling more connected to your body as a result. And also following the rhythm and dancing, it will sharpen your reflexes, it will improve your motor skills. You'll also get better recall because you're forced to learn choreography and you're forced to learn new patterns. And all of that is going to improve your memory over time. Dancing is also a really great form of meditation and mindfulness practice. To me, I also see yoga as a form of dance, and also it's all under the same, movement meditation umbrella. And this goes the same for any other exercise as well. When you're forced to stay present, you stay in the moment, which reduces things like overthinking and anxiety. It's really good for healing yourself. And because of that, you're also able to process your emotions better and also boost your mood. And you're literally more happier as a result of moving your body because of all of the dopamines. If you're a complete beginner, I love watching videos that teach you how to dance, and it's easy for you to follow along. A really fun dance workout that I got back into recently is Zumba. I literally just chanced upon a free outdoor Zumba class the other day, and I just jumped in. And it was completely random. It was part of a block party, so it was part of like the fun. I love that. So I did used to do a lot of Zumba and other similar dance cardio workouts, and my brain actually remembered a lot of these moves, and I knew how to recue from the instructor because I learned how to do it a long time ago. And when you try new things, the magic of that is your brain gets used to it very quickly and it remembers everything, like, oh yeah, I've done this before. Even though it's years ago, your body and your brain remembers it, which tells me that you don't actually forget anything that you learned in life. Isn't that amazing? Especially when it comes to muscle memory. Your body remembers. Once you learn how to do something, you take it with you forever. Or if you like to gamify your workouts, you can check out VR fitness video games, even rhythm games that incorporate cardio, like Just Dance, for example. And I remember back when I used to have a Meta Quest set, I used to do a lot of like shadow boxing workouts. And most of the time, you're just in front of the TV, mirroring movements and catching the rhythm. You can also go on walks. Overall, walking is the best. You walk wherever you can. You don't even have to exercise or do anything for hours, but if you can try to walk at least 30 minutes a day, it's the easiest way for you to get back in shape. It helps you get your steps in, and it's the most underrated thing for weight loss that so many people overlook because it just seems too easy or too obvious. But it's not. It's so underrated. Walking is extremely underrated as an exercise. It's incredibly low risk compared to anything else that you can do. You can walk for as long as you want, for a very long time, and it gets you outside, which is also really good for your mental health. The reality is the vast majority of us do live sedentary lifestyles. That means most of us sit at a desk most of the day, or if you're studying all day, that's where you are. But walking does help you break up a little bit of that and gets you more active and get your steps in for the day. And I always try for at least 10,000 steps a day. So for me, that equates to at least a mile a day. But if I feel like doing more, then that's great. And if not, maybe that's like the bare minimum for the day, and that's fine too. So back when I used to live in Brooklyn, during the winter, sometimes it gets so cold that I barely can get out of the house, and I don't even get to do 500 steps for the day. That's how trapped indoors I was. And I just couldn't find the motivation because it was so dark, which is another one of the reasons why I moved, right? It's because I want to get more active. And immediately, ever since I moved, I went from 500 steps to like 15,000 steps on average every day. That's amazing. But yeah, I find that walking is such a great time for me to just think about things that's happening in my life and process things so I can listen to my music and listen to my podcast in peace. And if you want to try and take walking up a notch, you can try walking with ankle weights, or you can use the treadmill, which is another way to stay out of the sun. Or if it's too cold for you to walk outside, you can do the treadmill as well, and you can walk at an incline to kind of build my leg muscles and my booty. I also used to have a walking treadmill that I used at home while I watched TV and watched YouTube. And honestly, guys, I have lost more weight from walking than from a difficult boot camp workout because walking is such an effective stress reducer. When you're not stressed, literally body fat melts off of your body versus the hard workouts, which will actually work against you and create more stress on our body. And more stress means we hold on to excess weight easier, which will then make it more difficult for us to lose weight. So if you want to lose weight, you should find ways to calm down your nervous system and find more calmness and peace in your life, which is again why dancing is so effective and why walking is so effective. And that's also how you can also let go of toxins in your body and detox and let go of excess body fat. Oh, and definitely do some form of strength training. Any opportunity for you to build muscle, do it. Building muscle is literally like building a bunch of tiny little micro furnaces in your body that's just burning fat off of you. From all the tissue types, whether it's your skin, your adipose tissue, your brain, your organs, all of that, your muscle tissue will burn the most energy in your body compared to anything else. This is why strength training is so effective, because you're not only just burning the calorie while you're working out, but after you're done working out, you're also building the calorie burning infrastructure in your body that's basically passively burning fat all the time. It's like building passive income, but for losing weight. Not to mention, acquiring more lean muscle will pay you back in your old age in dividends. You're going to become so much more active and mobile and functional as you age because you're able to move your body better. And this is also how, as you age, you're not going to spend more time in a hospital. This is truly one of the best investments that you can make for yourself. When you have muscle, you're also able to do more things physically and also more functionally, and you're gonna have more endurance, whether it's becoming more active or you're carrying heavy groceries or even just becoming more efficient with the way that you use your energy. Swimming is also one of my other favorite workouts because you're placing your entire body in a completely different environment. You're gonna have to move in a very different way than you're used to, which takes a lot of effort, but you don't actually feel it because chances are you're too busy having fun, enjoying yourself. If you can find access to a pool or a body of water, I definitely recommend it. I love being in the water so much that I move just so I can have more opportunities to go swimming and stay in the water and go to the beach and stuff like that. And when you're actively swimming, your body's using all of its muscles just to keep you afloat. And not just that, even when you're resting on the water, your body is still using muscles to some extent. Like my abs are always hurting whenever I get out of the swimming pool because of how much I'm using it. And it really doesn't feel like you're doing that much, but really you're doing a lot, but you don't feel it. It's definitely not at all like when you're doing crunches or push-ups. And I also noticed that professional swimmers always have incredibly snatched looking backs and shoulders, and it looks amazing because they're building all that strength from doing, competitive swimming and using all that upper body strength. I just think that it's amazing that we all get to build our dream physiques just by focusing on different things. You can't spot reduce fat, by the way, but you can spot gain muscle. So if you want, say, like a snatched lower body and abs, for example, even something like swimming or paddleboarding would be incredible for that. I used to have all of these water sport equipments back when I owned a boat, so maybe it's a sign for me to get a new boat. But really doing any type of sports that can put you in the flow is a really great workout, whether it's competitive or in a group sport like basketball, tennis, martial arts, or even something cute and outdoorsy like hiking or rock climbing or bouldering, paddleboarding, surfing, like I mentioned before, even running. But you can also do things like rock climbing and boxing at a gym. Sports can be a really great full body workout, especially because you don't notice it from all of the adrenaline and motivation that you're getting out of it, or even just from focusing on the training itself. Your mind is just simply taken off of the fact that it is an exercise that you're doing to burn calories. Instead, you're getting focused on getting better at the sport itself or on the beauty of nature that you're surrounded by, or just how much fun you're having. Plus, if you're like me and you had trauma from taking gym classes in school, this is your chance to rewrite that narrative in your adulthood and try different sports all over again and experience something that might not have been the best and actually reframe it into something more positive. So a lot of you guys like to ask me, how do I get more motivated? First of all, you need to understand that motivation is fleeting and temporary. It's like an inspiration, it comes and goes. But your discipline and consistency is lifelong for as long as you continue to identify with it. So what does that mean, right? To identify as a person who loves to be active, that means you're going to remain in that state for as long as you identify and allow yourself to do that. Simply because it's not what you're inspired by, It's just what you do as a person. And as long as you decide that it's your lifestyle, it becomes a part of your life. It's non-negotiable. My video can get you the tools to get started, but then this consistency is built brick by brick, day by day. For me, I like to go by decision. So for every second that I'm deciding not to do my workout, then I'm not doing the workout. This is why accountability is also so important. Like, for example, with my trainer from TrainWell, right? I know she's always around to remind me of who I am, and I am a girly in my fitness era. And honestly, when I decide to slack off, well, my mind doesn't let me because there is a part of me that still has that people pleaser qualities. I'm like, oh my god, what would Jill think? So another way to get motivated, even if you don't feel like it, is to just put on your workout clothes. Once you're wearing sneakers and looking all fitty and cute and active, there's just no chance that you will go back to sleep. When you look like this, you're already halfway out the door. So why would you stop there? A third way to find motivation is to do a very quick one move warm up. 20 seconds. Just jogging on the spot for 20 seconds or just doing one push up. And the key is to make it super quick and simple for you so that you don't dread it and you don't make excuses because you can't. I also find music to be a really effective motivator for me, so that means that music can often make or break how fun my workout is. So a good playlist can make a massive difference to any workout. As some of you may know, I used to be a DJ, so I understand the connection between BPMs, which is the beats per minute, and also your heart rate. When you follow the beats per minute and actually follow the beats, it actually aligns with your target heart rate per minute. That means BPM equals your target heart rate. I make sure that the tempo and the speed of my music correlate to the intensity of my workout. So I find that 125 to 140 BPM songs actually works really well for cardio. And then for anything else between like 135 and 200 BPM, it makes a nice variation of different intensities that I can get used to. So you might ask, what kind of BPMs and genres are good for different workouts? So for more contemporary hip hop, which is typically 60 to 80 BPM, that can also translate to 120 to 160 BPM because it's the same when it's doubled. So that means 60 BPM is the same as 120 and 80 BPM is the same as 160. So for things like fat loss, I would recommend staying between 115 to 135, which is generally where most pop music tends to be at. And then for a bit more of an aerobic cardio workout like running or biking, you can look into electronic dance music, which is around 128 to 138 BPM. So I find that variation in the BPM and also the production of contemporary hip hop, which tends to be slower and also harder beats, that's actually awesome for strength training and also any kind of workouts focused on sets. If I'm watching YouTube videos, I will sometimes overlay my music over it and then play the YouTube video itself at a low volume, or I will mute it completely just to play my own music. But if I'm doing a train while workout, you don't really have to do that. You can play your own music or put on a podcast or something because your trainer's vocal cues will still come in on top of that. So if I were to be starting from zero today and I want to start a workout routine, I would make sure to create a routine that incorporates both cardio and strength training because they both work together very synergistically to increase your metabolism by building more muscle and also gives you more endurance. And then the cardio, you're going to be burning the calories itself, and it's also really good for your heart health. So if you have the time to dedicate yourself to your workout, I would walk at least 20 to 30 minutes a day, 3 workout days plus 1 to 2 days of pure joyful movement. And then the rest are just your rest days. But if you don't have a lot of time to dedicate to your workout, I would try to go for at least 3 walking days a week, plus 2 to 3 days where you're working out and incorporating your joyful movement. But seriously, with the walking, guys, try to incorporate that as much as possible. Even if it's walking to the supermarket or walking to school or to work if you can, it's amazing. If you made it this far in my video, I want you to affirm back to me, I am in my fitness era. Say it back to me in the comments. And don't forget to check out Train Well if you haven't already and get 2 free weeks of personal training sessions through my link in description or QR code. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this was helpful to you, and I'll see you in the next video.